finding the next big crypto empire. Isn't that the reason why we're all really here? Two big contenders for that are definitely FTX and Binance. And today we're going to discuss both and a little bit more about FTX and about their potential to really being the next big Google, Amazon, Facebook of Web3 and of blockchain technology. So for those who don't know, these are two of the Binance are the biggest exchange in the world, and FTX are among the biggest centralized exchanges in the world. But in addition, Binance also have a blockchain of their own, the Binance Smart Chain, which is approximately, you could argue, I believe they're the second largest smart contract blockchain in use after Ethereum. And FTX are just, they don't have a blockchain, but they just keep acquiring. They are really taking a huge opportunity here and a huge. They're really taking advantage of the dip that we have, and they're buying a lot of companies right now. And they want to buy Voyager, which is a large company, and they seem to want to buy Bithumb as well, South Korean exchange. And they're really going all in really aggressively right now, kind of saving some companies that are struggling right now. But on the other end, they just want to acquire them to really be, some sort of a JP Morgan of blockchain, really. So that's what FTX are attempting to do. And basically, we have these two big behemoths, FTX and Binance, competing and trying to become really the largest non-blockchain, at least in FTX terms, non-blockchain entity that is really so major in crypto. So guys, once again, thank you very much for being back on the AR7 channel once again. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. We're gonna be discussing many more things in this bear market, and then in the sideways market that we're gonna have before the next bull run, and then we're gonna just accumulate as many altcoins as possible that are really gonna do the next big life-changing gains for the next bull run that we're gonna have. So, but we are likely gonna have a good at least 1 year for all of that. So today we're discussing, as we said, FTX and Binance. So FTX is no really different than many other cryptos in the sense that, it's down quite a lot, but, it's actually down relatively less than many other projects. So FTX is only, FTT is the ticker, FTX is the company. They're only down like approximately 63%, which is pretty crazy. And the interesting thing is that if you compare them to Binance Coin right now is 41 billion market cap, when FTX is 10x less than that. Okay, now obviously Binance BNB is much bigger because it has a smart chain and it has a lot of activity going on there. So definitely that increases the market cap of BNB much more. But like, let's put it like this: if FTX and Binance will both be the biggest empires in the crypto world in the future, or if FTX even surpasses Binance Coin, at this point in time, FTX is a much bigger opportunity than Binance Coin, just because it's a much lower market cap. Okay, so before we go into the technicals, I want to show you an important video that is quite popular. It already has 1 million views, and I remember I saw it back in 2020, and I was thinking back then crypto is probably gonna be the same. So guys, this video, I'm gonna link it in the description below. This is a really nice video that is showing the most popular Web 1, Web 2 websites that we've had from 1993 until 2020. We're not gonna see the whole 8-minute video here because you can definitely see it there. But I just want to show you, like a few kind of snapshots from a few years what happened. So in the very beginning, you see AOL seemed like the main empire of the internet in the early 90s. Then if we move to 94, we've had a few more websites. We've had Yahoo, Netscape was also big back then. And look at Amazon here, being like really the last one, only starting, right? Amazon in 1994. Anyway, let's continue 97. So AOL still the biggest, but Yahoo is kind of closer here. MSN is here out of nowhere. BBC and some, and many websites that we are not, I don't even know what Excite is, Geosites, Lycos, Prodigy, all of these things disappeared, similarly to what is happening with crypto and will continue to happen. Many cryptos will disappear, but some will stay and some will be the Amazon, the Google, and FTX, as we said, and Binance are contenders for that. Let's continue. So year 2000, look at that. AOL still #1, but MSN and Yahoo are pretty close to surpassing AOL already. eBay is here. yeah, Amazon, is kind of more successful. It was like here at the end, at the very end of this list, and now they're like number 6, 7. So Amazon became much more successful. We continue. Okay, 2002. Look at that. Yahoo number 1 by a huge margin, and AOL is already number 3. So after AOL dominating the 90s, now AOL is like number 3 and not even number 1. And we already have Google here, okay? And Amazon also successful. So let's jump a little bit forward. Let's jump to 2007. Bam, Google number 1. Yahoo is number 2 now. MySpace, if anybody kind of remembers this has existed, MySpace was number 4 here. And after that, it was completely disappeared. And, we still don't have Facebook on this list. So obviously, Facebook will be really high here. YouTube is still like kind of in the middle here in 2007, still not so dominant. Let's check 2000 and what's going to be the next 2012. Okay, there you go. So Facebook number 2 out of nowhere. Crypto is going to be the same, guys. I think 2012 is enough. I think we don't need to go to 2020. But the point is that crypto is already similar, and it's going to be continue being similar with many projects disappearing. If you look, we can discuss it in a different video, but if you will look on snapshots from the top 10 or top 20 cryptos from 2017 or 2015 or 2013, it's really different from what it is today. And basically you have 2, maybe 3 coins that are still in the top 10, and that's of course Bitcoin, that's Ethereum, and that's, you can also argue XRP is the other one. I think it will over time it will disappear from the top 10, but you could argue XRP is also one. So guys, now back to BNB and back to FTX, our 2 main contenders for being crypto behemoths. So as we've mentioned, FTX is just buying so many things, and like you gotta give credit where credit's due to Sam Bankman-Fried, and they are literally delivering and just really becoming such a big behemoth, and really the JP Morgan of crypto. By buying so many other entities that they're going to control. So back to their cryptocurrency. Okay, one of the reasons why I thought about making this video is just because, as you guys know, I'm really one of the metrics that I'm looking at is just seeing cryptos that are not down that much like others. Okay, many cryptos currently down like 80, 90, 99% down, even good ones 95% down. But some cryptos are holding really well, and those who hold well, normally they also succeed in a huge way in the next cycles. That's what happened with BNB in 2018, 2019. It was down even less than Ethereum, but it succeeded even more than Ethereum in terms of how much upside potential it had from the bottom to the top. So FTT, FTX is only 66% down. That's crazy because Ethereum, I believe, is down more or something like that. Yeah, 68%. It's absolutely insane. FTX is down less than Ethereum, and Ethereum is the second largest. So let's check BNB, which is also really important. I believe, yeah, there you go. So BNB is 62%. So they're even competing in that sense that BNB is down slightly less than FTX. And as we mentioned, it's 2 really important metrics. So the next thing that I want to check, guys, is that as you also, if you're new to the channel, another thing that I'm normally looking at is at the logarithmic chart. And I like to see coins that do similar stuff to what Ethereum has done. Let's move to the weekly because, Ethereum has a longer history. Here, guys, this is the cryptocurrencies that I'm looking to invest in for the next bull run, okay? I want to see something like that. I want to see cryptos that are not going down and down and down, but cryptos that are like on the big picture, they're going up. So even if Ethereum is down 70%, on the longer picture, Ethereum is up. Okay, so here it exploded to the upwards. Here it went from $20 to $6. It was insane. But then, bam, you had a 2017 bull run, and then Ethereum exploded to 1,400. Then again, it went to even below 100, but then in the last bull run, it went to almost 5,000. So that's what we wanna look. The people who understand in crypto, they know that this is the projects that you wanna look at. And like for non-crypto people, it may be scary. Oh my God, like something goes like down 90 or 80% down. Yes, but that creates the opportunity. Ethereum went down here from 1,400 to 100, more than 90% down, but it created the opportunity to go from 100 to 4,000 in just 1 year. So I'm looking for similar coins. So as we've mentioned, BNB is very similar to that. just started here, and look, it just looks amazing. Look, so this was the bottom of December 2018. Then also March 2020 was pretty crazy, but look how fast it recovered, and then bam, and just this explosion here was mainly to the smart chain that Binance created, and many new people started using Binance smart chain DeFi, and ever since Binance is so big, and Binance is still huge. Like, so many cryptocurrencies, and I mean more specifically centralized entities like Celsius and Voyager, and well, Terra Luna wasn't exactly centralized, but also collapsed. So many reputable entities are collapsing, and pausing withdrawals and stuff like that. And guys, Binance, at least in my experience so far, is just flawless. There's like no bear market for Binance. Binance is just killing it the way I see it, and FTX are the other ones that are killing it. So let's just find once again FTT. And I just want to mention, look, FTT, even to me personally, looks even more impressive than BNB. Okay, so once again, we have another logarithmic chart, and look how it just kind of goes up and up and up, and then again, the explosion of the bull run and the FTX exchange becoming much more successful. Here and now we're kind of consolidating really since the very actually beginning, like February, March. Look, we're still more or less in the same range, and that's what you want to see. Now, obviously, FTT can go down more if Bitcoin goes down to the. I still expect Bitcoin to be have a lower low than 17K, but of course we might have bottomed. But the way I see it personally, guys, is that FTT will probably be among the coins, and also BNB. They will probably be among the coins that will collapse relatively less than other altcoins. Like I'm almost like there's no 100% in the markets, but this particular statement, I have a high certainty it's gonna be right. That because it's already down so much less than other cryptos, FTT and BNB. If we have another leg down, I think FTT and BNB will be down even less. But that will create the massive opportunity next to invest in FTT and BNB. And as I said, I think if FTT will be as successful as BNB, or if they do also maybe create a smart chain of their own, smart contract smart chain, who knows? The thing is, just because FTT is right now 4 billion market cap, FTT can still be relatively more undervalued right now than BNB, and they may have higher long-term upside than BNB from this particular point in time. So that's why right now FTT and FTX are a little bit more interesting to me than BNB, but BNB is like, I would even argue that BNB has really kind of solidified itself as maybe the third blue chip crypto after Bitcoin and Ethereum, because it has survived. It's the second bear market that BNB has, and it just goes up, and the exchange and the smart chain just becoming better. So I would argue BNB is maybe the third blue chip after Ethereum and Bitcoin. And if FTX becomes also one, FTX will be huge. So what I want to finish here with FTX here, guys, is that even if FTX goes a little bit more down, the important thing is that we're in this range now. Like FTT is not here anymore, and just like Ethereum is not like $12 anymore. It just goes up and up, and it's not going to be back to the $100 area. Almost extremely unlikely in my opinion. So same with FTT and same with FTX. I want to see exchanges that or not only exchanges, any crypto related products that are going up in the long term. Okay, and so basically with FTT, I really want to mention here, guys, that they are impressing me more than BNB because they're more undervalued, and because they're like so aggressive in this bear market. You could even argue that in a way FTX is like the most aggressive buyer of this dip of the bear market that we have, even though they're not exactly necessarily buying Bitcoin, they're buying companies, but you can really see their hunger to become like some really major empire in crypto. So you gotta appreciate that from the fundamental side. I have no any extremely positive or negative feelings towards Sam Bankman-Fried. Some people like him, some people don't. I just appreciate that, I can appreciate that he seems to be an extremely hardworking guy, super talented and super successful. So credit due is where credit is due. Again, I just care seeing the fundamentals, and these are the fundamentals that the FTX is just buying everything they can. Anything that they can't, they still find a way to still buy it and to control more and more things in crypto. And their price chart also shows that they're going up. So that's the main things that I'm looking for, and that's why the way I personally see it right now, FTX is more interesting to me than BNB. But of course, it still doesn't mean like when I'm gonna invest like the larger portions of my portfolio once I think Bitcoin has more decisively bottomed, or at least we're starting the sideways accumulation period. Please don't get me wrong. I'm definitely not gonna skip BNB because a blue chip is a blue chip. I'm only saying that FTX is more attractive because it's probably having more upside potential. But BNB is still more established than FTX. And probably both of these projects are gonna be really not bad at all options to have like even a higher. It's not financial advice. I'm just sharing what I'm gonna do, but I'm likely gonna have a relative higher percentage of my portfolio in either both of these coins, or at least, as I said, currently I'm a little bit more interested in FTX. So I probably personally will be putting a little bit more in FTX than BNB. But these two are definitely two behemoths to keep watching what they do fundamentally and technically. So guys, thank you guys once again for watching this new video about FTX and Binance. It was a pleasure because it's really interesting to not only see, the blockchains or the Web3 projects. It's also really interesting to see what are the equivalents to JP Morgan, as we've said, are doing, like FTX and BNB. They're also really important players in the crypto industry. So yeah, it was another pleasure for me, guys, here on the weekend doing this video for you. So I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and again, stay safe out there. Don't invest more than you can afford to lose. Non-financial advice. Always do your research, learn as much as possible, and educate yourself. Now is the best time to do it because this is the bear market, and again, we're having this new dips and new opportunities like Ethereum from 100 to 4,000. These opportunities are kind of being created right now once again, and now is just the time to educate and learn as much as possible. So I'm gonna do also my best to help you with that. So subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I said have a great weekend. I'm gonna say it one more time. Have a fantastic weekend, guys. Thank you again for coming here, and cheers as always.